Dear students of class 10, welcome to my history class. Today, the new lesson, the Second World War. First point, Treaty of Versailles and its impact, rise of fascism, the League of Nations and its responsibility, why was the League failed, the reasons why, the defeated nations dissatisfied. Now I am going to discuss. First point, Treaty of Versailles and its impacts. You know, the Treaty of Versailles, which was signed by the victorious powers after the First World War, was a humiliating treaty for Germany. Germany was forced to sign the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. The victorious powers openly, declared that Germany was responsible for the First World War. So, Germany was held responsible for the First World War. But German economy was totally destroyed at the end of the First World War. Moreover, the terms which was, imposed on Germany by the Treaty of Versailles, dignified, destroyed all hopes of Germany. At the end of the First World War, Germany wanted to reconstruct her lost economy, but Germany's schools, colleges, offices, roads, railway lines, which were totally destroyed during the First World War, these were to be reconstructed, but Germany had no money. On the contrary, German colonies were there which could have been utilized by Germany during her distress, but the victorious powers forced Germany to give it back to them. As a result, Germany had to leave all the colonies he established in different parts of Asia, Europe and Africa. But another thing is that Germany became a country without any moral support of any country of the world. As a result, Germany had to give up her all colonies. This meant that Germany had lost almost all her authority and powers in the international political scene. Besides, German economy was totally destroyed. The source for cheap raw material and markets for production, he had to leave. She was unable to exploit the wealth of the colonies like the other European nations. She had to give up territories in Europe to Poland and France. Naturally, Germany became an ordinary country of the world after the First World War under the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. Germany had to pay $33 billion as war indemnity. Besides, Germany had to hand over Saar region to France for 15 years. Saar region was full of coal mines. So all the coal mines and quarries, came under the control of France for 15 years. This meant that Germany did not have the option of restoring its industrial growth. It was restricted in its supply of raw materials. To limit its military strength, this was truly humiliating as her sovereignty was restricted by other countries. It was a great insult for the whole nation. The Weimar Republic was forced to sign that very insulting treaty, the Treaty of Versailles. So the whole people of Germany reacted strongly against signing of the Treaty of Versailles. But they had nothing to do, only they could react. So what they reacted helped later one leader, Adolf Hitler. He became the head of Germany. Now the rise of fascism. Dictatorship or fascism became an emergent form of government in the early part of the 20th century in Europe. Already you have come to know about the meaning of fascism and who introduced it and where, in which country the concept of fascism was introduced and why was it introduced, what was about the consequence of the newly introduced concept fascism, and which party was established, that very leader in Italy, and then what did he do. Each and every point I discussed in my previous lesson. I gave some ideas about that concept fascism because of that very lesson. Now I am teaching the Second World War. So after the First World War, many new nations came into existence. Italy joined the victorious powers in the First World War, but Italy's expectation was disillusion. Italy neither was given the territories what she expected from the victorious powers, England, France, and America, Russia, but they themselves distributed among themselves, but nothing was left for Italy. Only few parts of some territories of Italy were given to her. That's why Italy was not satisfied with that arrangement, with that system. These nations was created by breakup of imperial empires. Unfortunately, these new states had no clear legacy, as centuries of imperial rule meant that they had no political experience of a class of their own other than the revolutionaries. The royal and imperial rule meant that they had no political experience. That's why that system was going on in Italy. But after the First World War, the situation was totally changed. The situation was beyond control for Italy. That's why a number of revolutionaries started controlling the entire political scene of Italy. They tried to adopt democracy, but occasionally failed. Since the power of politics and its use was still beyond the understanding of most people, the few who mastered it bypassed the democratic process for their benefit. But the democracy could not solve any problem of Italy. The problem of unemployment, the problem of financial crisis, nothing was solved by the democratic government in Italy. This gave rise to dictatorship all over Europe, most important of which were in Italy and Germany. Dictatorship, the rise of dictatorship under one man, one leadership. While dictatorship brought a semblance of political stability to the new state, they were disastrous for all over, and political environment of Europe became more and more polluted. It was Benito Mussolini established his own political party, the Fascist Party. It was his own political agenda. He introduced the concept of fascism in Italy. Dictatorship was based on the attitude that military might is power and power is right, according to Mussolini. As nations, they became aggressive because of the insult of the Treaty of Versailles they had to face. The League of Nations, next point, which was established at the end of the First World War or on the eve of the First World War. The process was started at the end of the First World War, and after the First World War, the entire process was completed and the League of Nations was established with a view to check the growing possibility of another World War, the Second World War. Since the First World War destroyed all hopes of different nations of Asia, Europe and Africa during the First World War, the backbone of economy of every country was destroyed due to the First World War. That's why, in order to check the growing possibility of another World War, the Second World War, the League of Nations was established. The motto of League of Nations was to establish lasting friendship among the nation states, to protect the countries of the world who obtained their independence, and to solve international disputes with an understanding, with good understanding, and to avoid the nation state to get involved in politics, in nasty or dirty politics, and to establish the concept of brotherhood, mutual understanding. The League of Nations was established. But the League failed to fulfill its aims and objectives because of misunderstanding among the nation states. The member, one of the most important member, all the members of the League of Nations and their non-cooperation paved the way of the disintegration of the League of Nations. League of Nations failed to fulfill its aims and objectives because of the non-cooperative attitudes of its member states, member countries. It was America who made initiative in making such an international political organization, League of Nations. But she herself did not become a member of the League. It was a great blow. The League failed to achieve success. The other European countries who had become the members of the League, they remained busy in establishing their colonies in different parts of the world at the end of the First World War. Japan invaded Manchuria, a place of China, occupied the first place and set up a government there. China made an appeal for the League, but there was none to help League in solving that problem. So Japan started occupying a number of places of Europe. Japan you know, decided to occupy the vast properties of England and America, but they followed a policy of appeasement for Japan. England, America followed a policy of appeasement for Japan. As a result, Japan joined the Axis power. Before another world war, Japan joined the Axis power. So Japan, Germany and Italy formed the Axis power against the victorious powers, England, France, America, Russia. Now what was the aim of them? Germany's main aim was to establish her influence in international politics, to gain back her colonies, to get back her all, coal mine areas, her, and the territories Germany was forced to give up for the victorious powers. Germany decided to go for another world war. And Italy's aim also was the same. Italy wanted to get back her colonies. Italy wanted to get back her territories, which should have been given to Italy by the victorious power, since Italy joined the victorious powers during the First World War, but they didn't do it so. So these were the factors paved the way for another world war, the Second World War. So these are the factors considered as the political causes of the Second World War. And more points also are there. Next day I shall discuss about it. The economic causes and other causes, armament race. These are the points. Next day I shall clarify. Up to this. Thank you, my dear students.